So I returned all the money that I raised as mayor and said, here's your money back. But, you know, I'm now running for Congress, so feel free to donate to the campaign. Well, interestingly enough, I did get more money back than I had returned. And so it was a primary in which there were about 6 or 7 running, and the Republican in the November election was a very good friend and a very good candidate. And it was just to me, you know, a good campaign all the way around. The interesting thing is that between my primary and the general, I spent a total of $270,000 in the 1974 race. My last one in 1994, I think I spent something like $1,600,000. The first time was 52%, and in my subsequent elections, I don't think I ever fell below 60%. But that also required me to, over the years, come back 3 weekends out of the month. Come back on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, take the red eye back to D.C., get to D.C. 6 in the morning, and start the week all over again. So those were tough years, I think, in terms of the travel back and forth to the district. But to me, there was nothing more rewarding than to be representing a congressional district and being able to relate to people and their concerns. I've always felt very strongly about accessibility and accountability. And I think that goes back to, again, my own experience in terms of the evacuation and the internment of those of Japanese ancestry. And we didn't have access to our political leaders at the time. And I didn't want to be in that position of having someone say, well, I wanted to talk to him, but didn't have a chance to. And so I always had an accessibility process, but I also felt very strongly about accountability. So I really enjoyed my 21 years in the House of Representatives. You're much closer to the people there over the years. Over the years, people were saying you ought to consider running for the Senate. But I always felt that when you're in the House, you're representing people. And when you're in the Senate, you're representing issues. And I felt more comfortable representing people and their concerns. I did that kind of constituency service as a member of the City Council, as mayor, and now was doing that in terms of constituency service as a member of Congress.
Constituent service has always been a big role for a member of Congress, and then your ability to get back there, or the fact that you went back all the way to California every weekend, or almost every weekend, is an incredible burden. I don't think part of the I guess the glamour of being in Congress is the responsibility to do that, and I'm not sure most Americans appreciate just how difficult that is, to hop on an airplane on Thursday evening or Friday and then come back again Sunday night, so you're there early Monday morning.
And I'd always fly coach. And I remember one time after I got married in 1991, my wife convinced me that we ought to upgrade to first class. So we got off the plane, and as soon as we walked out of the plane, there was a constituent who happened to be on the plane saying, well, I hope you enjoyed your first class seat, Mr. Congressman. And I thought, and then I turned to my new wife and I said, Now do you understand why I never fly first class?
That's right. That's always the way.